A second person has died from the fire in Eshowe in the uMlalazi Municipality in Kwazulu-Natal. Authorities have had their hands full battling the blaze. Newzroom Afrika's Karinda Jagmohan joins us now from uMlalazi. Karinda, what a tragedy. Authorities have their hands full, but are they winning?
Well, the wildfires continue spreading, so at this point, they won't be able to win considering how vast this has become. Gipton Kosi just showing you the smoke in the valleys of uMlalazi local municipality. As you see here, as far as the eye can see, you just see the smoke covering this entire region. And if even in the distance, you can see some of the fires continue because of that smoke. And while where we are now, firefighters have left because they've done their best, but they also at this point are going to swap shifts. They've been working from early this morning. In the areas like this, you can see where the fire has come here before. Actually, twice there have been fires here, but you still see pockets of smoke like this, meaning that it's still burning. There's still the heat there, and you can feel that as you stand here. It's very difficult for the residents as well. So we'll speak to one of the young men who's been trying to just assist the firefighters in his own way, Selulek and Dwandwe. So thanks so much for speaking to us. Let's talk about the concerns you have as this fire rages towards your house.
Thank you so much. This fire left us with no food. No, we are now having no access to water sanitation. We don't know what are we going to do now because it's left us poor. In fact, it affected us very, very badly.
You know, sir, in terms of access to water for the whole day, residents have said there's no access to water here. Is it something that you have seen through your life here?
Yes. People around my community, as I said, that they don't have access to water. As for me, I tried to help them together with my brothers here, as you can see. We supplied them with water. We supplied them with assistance.
Yeah.
If I can say, yes.
Yeah.
And this fire, if I can recall, it started around 6 a.m. early in the morning. So we've been trying to assist the community since 6 a.m. in the morning.
You know,
we haven't.
I know.
Yes, and what?
Let me ask you, sir. From 6 a.m. in the morning, I saw, as we just hear in the afternoon, the fire coming close towards your house. The firefighters put it out, but then again it starts. Like, what's the anxiety that you face? Because even, one of the I believe it's your grandfather, sir, actually. He is worried about his home, his livestock, and you as his grandson, what's your biggest worry there?
My biggest worry is that in my family, we don't have anything to eat now. Yeah. We don't know what we are going to eat since the fire caused so much damage.
But even though you don't have anything to eat, and the reason why we're interviewing you is because the firefighters said, come interview you. You gave them food. You gave them, I believe, your last bucket of water you had. One of the grandmothers even sharing with us some of that water.
Oh, yes,
Tell me about this community spirit in a time of crisis.
Oh, yes. In this community, we have a belief that the spirit of Ubuntu, the spirit of humanity, in fact, is very, very important. So we help each other. Luckily, the firefighters came in time, came in time. We also helped them in order to get rid with this fire. As you can see, that most of the lands are totally damaged by the fire. As you can see around here, it has been burning since yesterday.
Yeah, it's going to take a long time to recover as well.
Yes, it's going to take a very, very longest time for us to recover in this community.
Mr. Dwandwe, thank you so much for speaking to us and your brothers as well. We appreciate it. And also the community spirit here, Vuyo. Thank you so much, guys, because the reason why we wanted to stay with them to interview them is because the firefighters that were here in this bush as it was in flames, they brought in, and there has been a water issue here for years. They brought in water, made sure that they were okay as well. That community spirit here in a time of disaster because it's so hot, over 30 degrees, the winds are earlier were blowing. Towards the night, it gets colder. So, residents try and heat themselves. And then we see these fires starting. In the last show, there were questions about how these fires started. And it is, according to the fire chief, a man-made issue. One of the issues someone raised was that deep into the bushes where there are bees essentially and beehives, you find that some residents might go to set that beehive alight to be able to get the honey, essentially extract the honey from those beehives, and then that fire starts spreading. That's just one of the smaller fires that would be lit in smaller areas like this and then start spreading these wildfires. So there has been a caution from the local authorities about this as it spreads through the area. But right now, just as you drive through this area of uMlalazi, it's a very hilly area and there's just pockets of smoke everywhere. Later on, it'll get colder. There'll be fog everywhere, but the smoke will still hang in the air. Tomorrow, firefighters continue their work, essentially, but it's going to take a long time. And again, we asked the fire chief, when will this end? And he said, when it rains. They need rain right now. That's the only thing that will help, because firefighters going from one hill to the other, it's just not working. When this fire starts up again, they need it to rain, but I'm not seeing any clouds, so it's going to take a long time. They still have their hands full.